The number of players Chelsea have out on loan is so incredible, their website even has a full page dedicated to it. But what would a starting 11 look like comprised of Blues out on loan? Could Chelsea have two competitive teams in the Premier League? In goal it's Jamal BLACKMAN. The 23-year-old stopper is currently on his third loan spell, having spent time with Middlesbrough and Östersunds in Sweden, and is now in League 2 with Wycombe Wanderers. Having joined the club as an under-13, BLACKMAN has never made a senior appearance for Chelsea, but was on the bench for a Premier League clash with Arsenal in 2011. Unfortunately for the youngster, it doesn't look like he'll be able to compete with Thibaut Courtois and Asmir Begovic. In defence we've got Tomas Kalas. Yes, we're going for Antonio Conte's 3-4-3 formation, and the Czech defender is the first of our three centre-backs. Kalas is out on loan to Championship side Fulham and helped Middlesbrough achieve promotion last season, but the 23-year-old has actually played for Chelsea, making 4 senior appearances, with his Premier League debut coming against Liverpool in 2014 when John Terry was ruled out with injury. And Kalas helped Jose Mourinho keep a clean sheet and kill Liverpool's title hopes, but that may have been more down to Mr Gerrard's unfortunate slip. Next it's Michael Hector. It came as a huge surprise when Chelsea signed Hector from Reading, with everyone asking the same question: why? He was immediately loaned back to the Royals and is now in Germany with Eintracht Frankfurt. The defender should be used to loan spells though, playing for 11 different teams while at Reading, including Aberdeen and Dundalk. All Michael Hector wants is a permanent home. Poor fella. Our third centre-back is ANDREAS CHRISTENSEN. The Danish defender is coming towards the end of his 2-year loan spell with Borussia Mönchengladbach and has impressed whilst in Germany, picking up the club's Player of the Year award last season ahead of former captain and now Arsenal calamity Granit Xhaka. Mönchengladbach were so impressed with the defender they tried to sign him permanently, but Chelsea rejected the bid. With Conte playing 3 centre-backs, it's possible that Christensen could get a chance, although the competition is fierce with Kurt Zouma and Nathan Ake struggling to get game time. Our right wing back is JUAN CUADRADO. It's easy to forget that the Colombian is still technically contracted to Chelsea, having agreed a 3-year loan spell with Juventus last summer, with the Turin Giants obliged to buy CUADRADO permanently. But let's ignore that, because CUADRADO could make a pretty handy right wing back in this team, and could even rival Victor Moses if Antonio Conte could instill some discipline into him. It's fair to say CUADRADO was a huge waste of money, with Chelsea spending more than £20 million on a player who barely got a chance in blue. At least it looks like they're getting their money back. In the middle we've got Lewis Baker. The 21-year-old is with Chelsea's feeder club Vitesse, where they send a lot of their young players. The move has clearly helped the technically gifted Baker, who has scored 9 league goals this season in the Eredivisie. Former boss Jose Mourinho was clearly a fan of Baker, stating that he would blame himself if the midfielder didn't become a senior England international, but of course he was sacked too soon for us to find out. Understandably, Baker has yet to play for the Three Lions' senior side, but I don't think we can blame Jose for that. He's alongside Marco van Ginkel, almost a forgotten man at Stamford Bridge. The Dutch international signed from Vitesse in 2013, but has struggled for consistent first-team football ever since, with injuries hampering his development. Loan spells to AC Milan and Stoke were relatively unsuccessful, while he's now with PSV, where he's proven to be a valuable asset with goals from midfield. However, it looks like the nickname MVJ is sticking with the darts superstar Michael van Gerwen. Sorry Marco. Our left wing back is RAHMAN. The Ghanaian joined Chelsea last season for an initial £14 million, but did little to lock down a place in the side, struggling to compete with the consistent Cesar Azpilicueta. After an assessment from Antonio Conte, RAHMAN was shipped out on loan to Schalke because he was deemed to be too attacking, while the Italian brought in Marcos Alonso, who was chipped in with his fair share of goals. If RAHMAN can show he's competent at the back, he could feature next season under Conte. Our front three begins with LOIC REMY. When the Frenchman joined Chelsea, he pretty much admitted he didn't mind being backup, with Diego Costa guaranteed to start pretty much every week. This season the forward was sent down the road to Crystal Palace for a loan spell, where he would get the chance to show how good a goal scorer he is. Of course that chance died just 2 weeks after signing by picking up an injury, and Remy has just made 4 appearances for the Eagles, failing to find the net. Next it's Tammy Abraham. One of the top youngsters to come through the Chelsea academy, Abraham has been on fire since joining Bristol City on loan. The striker's goals could almost single-handedly keep them in the Championship, with the number 9 scoring 21 goals so far this season. Like many other youngsters though, it seems unlikely that Abraham will get the chance to succeed at Stamford Bridge, meaning the 19-year-old could be forced to move away. Of course, that could all change if Abraham impresses in pre-season when he returns from Bristol. And finally we've got Bertrand Traoré. We saw quite a bit of the electric forward last season, scoring twice for Chelsea as they monumentally failed to retain the Premier League crown. The Burkina Faso international is spending his season on loan in Holland like so many of his teammates, but Traoré is with Ajax, where he has scored 9 goals, just like Baker. Traoré has incredible pace and a sublime dribbling ability, but his goal scoring return will need to improve if he is to become a Chelsea regular on his return from Ajax. So that's our Chelsea players out on loan 11. Let us know what you think in the comments below, and don't forget to like, share and subscribe.